So today was a day because I had an appointment with my doctor. I told him I badmouthed him on YouTube. And thankfully, he's a professional, so he doesn't take it personally, and he understands, and we had a good laugh about that. But it felt really good to be able to say the thing that is happening to me, say the evidence I hold in my hot little hands, and many others hold in their hot little hands, and just to be able to have somebody else witness me in my challenge, which is, yes, it looks like a duck, kind of walks like a duck, but it's actually not a duck. It's something completely else. And it's kind of like a magical duck, but like not a duck at all. And so it's just, I'm just using that analogy as a joke. But ultimately, and for any puzzlers out there that have been following my breadcrumbs, you'll be cracking up right now because you'll know what my doctor's name is. And now I'm talking about ducks. And so anyways, it was a day because I felt all of my trauma in my body wanting to activate, and I felt the fatigue of my nervous system not allowing myself to drop into freeze or into flight, and to honor that I still don't trust the process or the system, but giving people the benefit of the doubt and honoring that that love wins, and that people genuinely are doing things from a good space, no matter whatever level of capacity they're operating from, and then being very clear and very quick at identifying those that are very good at acting as if, but not having actually the full equipment to comprehend the circumstances. And so how much I divulge or how much I say and how I say it is very important, because not because I'm not trying to be transparent, but because I need to communicate with people at a level that is going to not stress their nervous system out, for context, because I understand the challenge that I'm up against. And it's not all about all these bad people. It's just about all of these bad protocols and checklists put up by bad people that unfortunately a lot of good people have to enforce. And so being able to articulate those things and expose all of the different gaps along the way, and also witness my nervous system feel the activation. That's the real truth of the real factual danger of the real material reality in my circumstances here, which is what my PTSD keeps responding to, because I can see the patterns and I do puzzle it out real fast, and I do get to the answers a lot faster than people even realize they're saying what they're saying. And so not being on that defensive activation mode, a reactivity mode. And then just witnessing my physiology. When do I need more support? When am I disrupting how much hydration I'm getting, and what's leading to that? What are the thought patterns? What are the pits of bad behavior, basically? And not bad behavior in the sense that judging it good or bad, or just ineffective behavior that dysregulates my nervous system, which challenges it to channel and process all of the stimulus that my body is receptive to because of the level of trauma I experienced at. And so my cerebellum is always really, really receptive to a lot of things that are not felt or noticed by the average bear. Hence why I've been accused of being so sensitive my whole life. And they're not wrong. And also, it's not a bad thing. But it is very challenging to the physiology in the body. And so I'm sitting on my hip bones, on my lacrosse balls right now to do some physio. I've been doing a lot of breath work because when I am feeling my fight and flight activation, my breath, not so much my fight, but my flight activation is when my shortness of breath happens. It's like you're at the starting line and you're holding your breath and go. It's like your body's always ready for that motion. You're about to start the race. And so, yeah, it's just noticing my physiology, just really being connected to my body and the things that I'm trying to execute in real life right now in the moment. Am I, helping my partner, track transactions? Am I helping them count coin? Am I helping them, keep a customer company while they're busy? Whatever it is that I'm doing, just being radically there. And that means noticing what people are experiencing and tuning into their physiology and biology for me in a more receptive and not responsible way. Like, this is not my accountability. This is not my responsibility. This is my role here. This is my objective. This is my responsibility. And I just wanted to share that because even in expressing it that way, like I felt that shortness of breath and contraction. And so, it's noticing how when my trauma is activated or I have triggering situations that where my body starts to pattern trauma wiring physiology. So like shortness of breath, like physiological symptoms of trauma reactivity, even though I don't feel reactive, my body is doing it unconsciously with the unconscious physiological functions and subconscious functions, right? It's processing. This is how it's gonna go, because it's trying not to control the situation, but prepare myself for the situation at any moment so that I'm always active and not numbed into fear or debilitated by whatever happens to feel overwhelming to the nervous system at the moment. So yeah, I just wanted to notice this. And I noticed that I'm really activated in flight when I start to get really humorous. Not because it's like a funny focused. And so to me, that's why I use racing analogy instead of like war analogy, because for my trauma, because racing is fun. I did athletics, cross country, that we do in Canada here, sprint racing and long-term racing and rather distance racing and long distance hiking. And so all of that, those are feel good hormones associated with my body and my physiology. And so that language, that grammar, that focus in my language really helps my body. It's like orchestrating it. We talk about spelling in language. We talk about casting a spell in witchcraft. A lot of people, it's very popular to say right now, words are spells. Even if we know or don't know what that means. But ultimately, I like to refer to it as programming, right? What's the language I'm programming into my physiology, into my neurology, into my neurocircuitry, all of that. And so this is the day, being out in the real world and then observing my physiology throughout the day, being very present with it, meeting my needs throughout, taking the breaks that I need, speaking or holding back the things I need to say, and also just taking time to rest. So I'm going to rest now deeply off camera because I'm by myself, and it's lovely to just be in my own energy with the doggies. And that's it. That's all. So, yeah, read the caption for the protocol.